recording. Yeah, I have started. And we're live. What do they do to this? What do they do this time, huh?
The Zubat signal came on, and we were like, "Oh no, what happened this time, Niantic? What are you doing?" The heroes needed to assemble. We got 3 topics today. The first 2 being bad. The last one being interesting. I mean, good. Interesting. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But first up, Mega Rayquaza, the Ray.
Yay! He's back.
Yay! He's back. But in Elite Raids.
It's this fine print. It's okay. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's in the fine print. Make sure you read the fine print. It's happening as.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually happening right now as we speak, I think. Yeah, like here in Japan right now, it's happening. At the time of this recording, at least. But essentially, I have the article here. We got the article up here, but Mega Rayquaza will appear more frequently in Elite Raids. It's basically 4 different times. On the 20 today. I mean, yeah, I don't like it. The community doesn't like it for sure. But what do you think, Gary? Do you like it? I'm sure you like it.
Oh yeah, I love Elite Raids. Go ask Richard. He was obsessed with it.
Richard loves them
so much.
Yeah, Richard loves it the most. Yeah.
It really sucks when you wait 24 hours and miss it by a minute because you couldn't find parking. What else can we say about Elite Raids? They're failures. And all they did was take away the one feature that people were actually kind of interested in. The rare spawns after you defeat the raid boss. They took that away. So they haven't even fixed anything. They just made it worse. And it's like the overwhelming community feedback to Elite Raids is negative. And then you already committed to saying Mega Rayquaza is going to get a raid day. And then you're like, well, actually, asterisk Elite Raid day. Sorry, meant to specify.
So when did they come out again? Was it during Go Fair?
Mega Rayquaza?
Was that what it was? Yeah, when it first came out.
Yeah, it came out during our 100th episode. No, I'm just kidding. It came out on...
No, did it?
That was, what was it, Hoenn Tour? Is that what it is?
Was it Hoenn Tour?
It came out...
Oh, was it Hoenn Tour? No. Oh, wait. No.
Yeah.
Because I would have got one. I don't have a Mega.
Hey, you just get good. But it came out...
Oh, maybe it did. Maybe it did. I don't remember.
Oh, no, you're right. No, the Primals came out during Hoenn. And I think Rayquaza came out during GoFest.
Right. Okay, that sounds right. Yeah.
Something like that. We know our stuff.
Yeah, sure.
We're professionals.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're bad. They're bad. Nobody likes them. You tried. You failed.
Nobody liked.
Stop it.
They just get rid of them. Yeah. No, I don't like why. Like, you released Mega Rayquaza before and it was fine, whatever. And you already have to don't you have to like have certain things in order to evolve it too? There's
a chance of getting a meteorite, but there's not a guaranteed chance of getting a meteorite. But
so that makes it even worse.
Apparently there's like if enough people follow Pokemon Go on TikTok, they will give everybody a free meteorite.
TikTok?
Get into that new generation.
Of all the things, TikTok? Isn't that the one that's supposed to be getting banned here pretty soon, or what is that?
They're updating us about TikTok on Instagram, saying that they're meeting a goal, but you know how they are with meeting goals. They just put shit out there, but no proof is ever shown.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we made 50% of our goal already. Like, from who?
Yeah.
But
That's true.
Yes, that is also a thing that is happening right now, that if they meet the goal of TikTok followers, they will give everybody a meteorite for free. That's the thing.
How many meteorites do you need?
You only need one. If you have one, you can teach your Mega Rayquaza the Dragon Ascend move, and it costs you 400 Mega Energies.
Right, yeah, on top of the meteorite, right.
How much you getting for elite raids? I bet it's not 400.
Bro, like, yeah, for real. Like, you could really, realistically, only do probably one raid per hour, right? Like, I mean, maybe you can do more than... I mean, it depends. I guess it depends on the area that you're in and stuff.
Depends
but
how
like,
fast you can run.
That too. I just don't get, like, why does it have to be at certain times?
It's to get people to congregate in one area. That's their big thing about elite raids. They will get everybody into one spot at this certain time, and then another spot at a certain time, so that if you can't make it because you're at work or whatever, you can go there at this specific time. You have a 24-hour timer to tell you, like, hey, you have 24 hours to prepare. If you don't do it, it's your fault.
Right.
And it's just, it's again, the elite raids only have a 30-minute timer once they actually hatch. 24 hours into a 30-minute raid. Just to get into the raid and defeat the extremely overpowered boss, if you don't have 20 people, it's going to take you a few minutes, or maybe like a minute or two, maybe, to defeat the boss. It has a 4x weakness, but still, it's an elite raid boss, and it's a mega freaking Rayquaza. So you're going to get a lot of one-shot, you're going to get a lot of deaths, and that will take you, let's just say, 5 to 7 minutes to catch and everything. You need to catch it, you need to do all that stuff. Depends how many people you have. That's already 7 minutes down. There's like 2 or 3 more raids, let's say. But they're all the way over here, because this was my experience in Balboa Park.
Right.
You have to run over there to maybe make it when some people are doing it. Because again, most of the people are already in their location at that time, unless you have a group you're doing it with. So you're done here, they're done there. They finish, they go this way, and it's like, it's dumb. It's really dumb. Because you need 20 people to do it. 10 people probably will be fine if they all have good Pokemon, which most of the time they don't. But it's like, needing that many people in one area for multiple groups, that's just not going to happen. At least not in the US. At least not consistently. You could probably get one done, and that's it.
Right.
I don't know.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I just think having a regular 3-hour raid day or whatever, like, I feel like that's just going to bring in as many people as these elite raids would. Maybe even more, honestly, because it's like you get a 3-hour period to do as many raids as you want.
Yeah.
People are going out. You still got your dumb mission that you got. And then, like, I don't know. And then people get their Rayquaza. I don't know.
I feel like the only reason they may have did this is because Mega Rayquaza is pretty overpowered. Like, a lot. Like, because every single raid, the raid tier list, to like every raid boss, you have that list of people that are good counters. Mega Rayquaza is always in the counter list, because if he does neutral damage with Dragon Ascent, he's as effective as a regular Pokemon doing super effective damage in most cases. It's ridiculous. But also, that's not our fault.
Yeah, right.
It's not game breaking. It's like, just let people have their Megas. It's not going to make a difference. They already have their Mega. It's just going to be, now they have... You can only have one Mega during a battle, so it's like... Just let them have it. Maybe they'll just have a better IV one, but will that really make that much of a difference? Just get rid of elite raids. Just get rid of them. Nobody likes them.
Yeah. Just get rid of it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, and Niantic support actually tweeted out, I'll read a tweet that they tweeted. What was it? What time is it now? It's been a few hours. Trainers, we have resolved an issue limiting the availability of Mega Rayquaza Elite Raids. We are planning to make a good... What? We are planning to make a good for affected trainers, and we'll share more details as they become available. Wait, what? We are planning to make a good for effective what? A good what?
Grammar.
Or we are planning a make good... What? We are... No, I'm reading it wrong. We are planning a make good... What?
They're planning to make good? Like, make good with
we
community?
We are planning a make good for affected trainers, and we'll share more details as they become available.
Maybe they're trying to say makeup, but messed up.
That's weird. Yeah, what? And it's been like how many hours since then? It's been how many hours since then? So I don't... What? Anyways, yeah, they tweeted that out.
So it was broken again.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. They said resolved an issue limiting the availability. I mean, they were already limited in the first place. So are they talking about... I don't understand. Are they talking about... Well, they said an issue though. So I don't know. I'm confused. Like what... Like, are they talking about the fact that they only released, or that they're only doing 4 different times for the Elite Raid? Or like, did something happen during these raids that were like, oh, only 3 of them happened or something? I don't know. I don't know.
That sounds about right. Like, usually they're in specific locations, and I think that's what happened. I think they accidentally limited the raids too much, and there was only maybe like 1 or 2 in a certain area. Usually they're in the populated areas next to parks and all that stuff. They kind of know where to put them. But yeah, that could have been it, so that there just wasn't enough accessibility for people to actually do it. That definitely sounds like a makeup day.
Here you go. Wait, I think I found something. Pogo Central on Twitter says, no 24-hour timer.
It just shows up?
Spawning from a mega legendary egg. Numerous elite raid gyms don't have raids on them. Free meteorite code requires you to complete an elite raid in timed research. The timed research actually ends before some players can even begin an elite raid.
Why does it end at all? Just fucking...
Oh my god. Wow.
They followed you on TikTok. Just give them the meteorite. God. Jesus. Come on.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's bad.
Even the game wants you to make them mega raids.
That was tweeted out a few hours ago. That was probably for like Australian time.
We just celebrated the 8-year anniversary today.
They did. That's right. That's right. They celebrated the 8 years. Oh, or no, in a few days, right? Or something like that.
No, the event was today. For me, at least. The
event started today. Yeah, the event started today or yesterday or whatever. But like, I think their actual anniversary isn't until like the beginning of July.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Been 8 years. 8-year-old game. Still having the same, if not worse, fuck ups.
So yeah, they all said elite raid eggs were meant to appear at 6 a.m. local time, but as of 7 a.m. local time, they're still nowhere to be seen.
Imagine planning your day around that.
Man, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, so so that's what happened. They messed up a lot, apparently. Yeah. So no timer, and they're spawning from the incorrect egg. So like, it's like, even if there was a timer, and then people would show up and they'd see the egg and they'd be like, "What? Are you sure? Is this the right one?"
Oh, Mega Rayquaza. Okay, how you doing?
Yeah. Man, that's bad.
It's like, stop.
Oof.
The game doesn't
tough.
want you to do it. Elite raids mess up every time.
Yeah.
When's the last time? I think Hoopa was the last time Elite raids actually worked as functioned.
And even then, it was Hoopa. Like, it wasn't like anything groundbreaking or anything. It was Hoopa.
I'm talking about just the bare minimum. I'm not even talking about...
Right.
Hoopa
right.
Unbound was kind of cool. But I didn't care for it in Elite raids.
Right.
But it worked as intended.
Sure.
But then,
even though, you know...
Eleki, Regidrago.
Oh, God. Yeah, that whole... Oh, my God. Yeah, that was a mess, too. Man!
Now Rayquaza. Multiple makeup days. It just make him remotable. That's literally the only difference. That's the only reason he's in Elite Raids, so he won't be remotable. That's it. That's the only reason.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. Because you can't. That's right.
Like, it already works. We've already had him. We've already done it in Elite Mega Raids. Just do it again, and you won't have to mess things up.
Yep.
It's already there. Just use it.
I think that's actually a good segue, because mentioning about the what's called the remote raids and stuff. That's a good segue into the what our good buddy Michael Staranka said. Yeah, it was him who said this. Here we got another.
Oh, let me switch over.
Yeah, another article on .esports.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
Niantic doubles down on Pokemon Go remote raid limits, says the changes were exactly what we were hoping for.
There's the thumbnail right there. The .esports photo.
Okay, I guess I'll just kind of read through this.
Go for it.
It's been over a year since Niantic made the controversial decision to restrict remote raid passes in Pokemon Go to 5 a day and increase the price, but the community is still actively in an uproar over it. Yes, they are. Mm-hmm. You can't go onto a Pokemon Go social media or Reddit post without someone asking for the changes to be reverted. You really can't.
Yeah.
To allow players to join raids anywhere in the world as many times as they want. Still, Niantic is steadfast in its decision to make these changes work, even if it means upsetting some of its fans. I like how it says some of its fans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a little more than some.
Heroes Niantic 2 was just some of the people.
Yeah, man, that was tough. This became acutely apparent to .esports when we spoke to Pokemon Go's director, Michael Staranka, who 1 year later feels like the changes had the desired effect the team was looking for and led the revival of some communities that almost disappeared during the COVID-19 pandemic.
How's that working out for you, Brandon Tan?
Oh my God! Don't even talk to me about him. Cringy, man. I will say what we found after we made the changes exactly what we were hoping for, Staranka told .esports. We've seen more in-person communities coming back together again. Those local communities are flourishing in a way we haven't seen since pre-pandemic. Oh, that's nice. Staranka went on to reaffirm that the changes had to reflect Niantic's mission, which was getting players outside and meeting new people. As much as we want to give players that opportunity to use remote raid passes, we've decided that can't come at the expense of our mission for the game, Staranka said. That's something that's very cherished within the company and Niantic, and we felt like we've tried to strike as good of a balance as we can, thereby still offering players the ability to do remote raids at a limited rate.
Not even the problem.
No, Staranka even went on to say that the change was super painful to him, as he used remote raid passes a lot.
Sorry.
Well, he said it to him personally. He liked the remote raids apparently, but in hindsight, the remote raid pass change was definitely the right decision. Okay. As a person who still dislikes the changes to the remote raid pass system after talking to Soraka for quite some time on the issue, it's clear to me that this decision isn't one he made because he wanted to. It clashed with his beliefs and the core mission of Niantic and was a necessary change for the company's mission to get trainers outside, meet new people, exercise, and have fun. As Taranka put it, while the changes aren't loved by any means, he hopes that players have stuck around. He hopes that players that have stuck around and love Pokemon Go for what it is can see the positive impact that's made in their communities. Okay. So yeah, I mean, he doubled down.
He doubled down.
He doubled down. Doubled it. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I don't know. Like it's the whole thing with the community stuff. It like brings back. It reminds me of like what they were saying about community leaders and stuff. Or was it Brandon Tan that was saying that? Like he was saying like, "Oh, I've talked to so many community leaders and so they're so upset. I'm so oh my god, so sad and stuff."
That's his full-time job.
I'm just yeah, for real. Like traveling the world and getting communities together and stuff apparently. But like I'm just over here like these community leaders just are not the part. Like they're not the majority of the players.
We don't even know who they are.
They're just leaders within like these small communities throughout the world. I guess I don't know, but I'm just like they're not the majority of the player base, and it's like if people really want to go out and play, they'll go out and play.
Yeah.
If the game is bad, they're not going to want to go out and play. If there's elite rates, they're not going to go out and play. I would be out playing if I wanted to go out and play. I wouldn't be sitting here talking about this. You know,
like you're not going to force me to go out. You're not incentivizing me at all. You're just like, hey, you can't do this anymore. Get your ass out there. I'll be like,
right.
No, I'm just not going to play. How about that?
Right. So I don't know. It's clear that they're I mean, if it hasn't been clear already, like they're obviously not gonna like revert the changes back. They're not willing to like, at least work with us a little bit. It's just like that's it. That's what it's gonna be.
I feel like the reason why a lot of people were mad, obviously because of the decision itself, because it's such a core mechanic of the game. But I feel like people were upset because, at least I don't know about you, but I felt like I was being lied to the entire time. And we still don't know the real reason. If it really is their mission, I don't know. I don't believe that, because your mission could have been done by just limiting the raid passes. Simply put, you didn't need to double the prices.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the weird part, right? Yeah. Like, why double the price? Like, limiting why not just keep the price?
Does everything for you, like.
Yeah, exactly. If that's your mission, then why did you double it? Oh, because it's supposed to be the super powerful thing, whatever. I'm like, dude, like, okay, but yeah, I'm like, okay, so. Then why even mention about your whole mission thing if that's like what you're worried about? Like, it's weird. It's just weird.
It just felt sketchy the entire way through when they were doing it, and then on top of the bad taste in your mouth that you can no longer do raid passes, the thing that especially keeping, I'm like, why would you double the price but then keep everybody limited to 50 Pokecoins a day if you can get that?
Yeah.
Doubling the price, but not. It's literally doubling the price of something, but not doubling your source of revenue. And it's like, that's a huge gap that starts forming in the community, and now you force them to buy stuff. And the funny part to me is the stuff I've been noticing since they stopped, they had that huge decline in profit that whole year because raid passes were a huge income source for them. They had a huge decline in profit, and then ever since then, everything is paid. All the ticketed events, shiny odds, items, just so many things now that you used to be able to get for, like, you can actually play the game and earn enough to get what you need. Or if it's like a big event like GoFest or whatever, you can buy a ticket and you can get access to more for a pretty reasonable price sometimes. And I'm like, now everything's more expensive on top of sorry, I had a brain fart because I have Halloween in front of my wallpaper and I just like started thinking about Halloween. But it's just like, I don't know, it's just trying to stick with road raid passes. If you didn't want to do it and the income it was generating was making the game better, people had more fun doing the game. People were still going outside. People built huge online communities based off that. It's not preventing spoofers. It's not because they're in person. They could do in-person raids. They could just buy raids for cheaper. It's not hurting anybody but the dedicated players that are actually giving you money and going outside and playing the game. That's the only people it hurt. It didn't hurt anybody else. And it hurt your bottom line. And now you're compensating.
And people who physically cannot go outside.
Yeah.
Too.
I guess we can care about them too. I guess.
Yeah, Mr. Uncle is just like, there's other games you can play.
Just go play the Switch. God. Fucking disable
Oh my god.
Play my game.
He really said that. That was crazy. That was crazy. I was like, when that topic came up, I was like, oh no, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. He's saying it. He said it. Oh.
Take a shot. Nah, dude. That was such that interview sucked.
I was like, why did he offer to do this? Why did he offer to do this? It's crazy.
He specifically picked
but like,
sorry.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why. But like, well, okay, actually with that interview, like, it's like, why would you even put yourself out there? Like you could have just stayed in your corner. You could have just stayed quiet. Like, because like after that interview, like nothing's really changed. It's like, it's just like, oh, now we can nothing was controlled. Like now people are just like, oh, we could put a face to this whole thing.
To the hatred.
And yeah, so it's like, man, I don't know what he was thinking when he offered to do that. But I was gonna say, like, Niantic, like, it's really hard to trust Niantic with, like, especially like numbers, because like they were denying like the whole thing about the, you know, their lack of revenue, or like, you know, they weren't truthful about that.
Yeah. And
they were saying stuff like, oh yeah, no, we've seen more people go out and do these raids ever since, you know, the changes happened. And I'm like, I really cannot believe you, because I just can't, because it's hard, because y'all are like, you know, you already fudged the numbers.
Yeah.
And there's evidence for that. So it's like, you can't really. So like when he says like, oh yeah, like, you know, we've seen communities go back out and everything, whatever. It's like, it's hard to believe that. It's really hard. I mean, I'm sure maybe some have been revived or whatever, and then, you know, good for them. But like,
don't make us all
I think
suffer.
I feel like they're probably going to be blowing it out of proportion. They're probably blowing it out of proportion. Like as they do with, like, you know, all these other, you know, all the other numbers that they've been talking about. So I don't know. It's hard to trust them with that stuff, with like, you know, being forward about their, you know, everything that they do. And like, you know, especially with like, I don't know if you remember when he was saying about what's it called, like not using people's data or whatever. Like, oh, that whole thing. I don't. It's really hard to believe, you know.
You have third-party advertisers. They know where you are. You go to certain locations.
Yeah.
There's no freaking way you have that much information on people, literally tracking them. If Google does it and makes a shit ton of money doing it, why would Niantic, that's owned by Google, not do it as well?
Right. Exactly. It's hard to believe. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's not. No. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
all right.
Yeah, man.
Anything else about that?
I go back to the same thing every time. I'm like, just because your version of community isn't the same version as our community, the communities are never coming back like they were. It's just not. And you making the game worse and worse, not focusing on quality control and quality of life changes. Your game is already fine, but your events are boring now. You have the same rotation for years now. You have the same exact Pokemon coming out. You have the same formula now, so people know what to expect. Very money hungry and predatory rotations, I must add. The whole thing with Larvesta coming out and the shiny came out, and it's like, stop putting all these exclusive behind eggs, because eggs cost money. Cost a lot of money, and for super rare odds. And also, reveal your odds.
That's another thing too. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah.
Even the Pokemon games have odds. Maybe they don't. It's just like, or just keep them consistent, because I don't know about you, but I've noticed a complete change in the game from when we played more regularly with my shiny odds compared to now. And it doesn't seem coincidental, and especially with calm days. But you don't know, and I hate the lack of transparency, because my calm days have gotten worse. The ones that I actually do play, like
right.
I've compared it in the, I think it was last year or something. I actually went out for calm day and I caught as many shinies as I caught just walking around my apartment or just being in here. I'll catch like 2, 3. Now I'm catching 0. Even if I caught like, I think one of the, I forgot which one it was. I caught like 75 Pokemon. I didn't catch a single shiny. I think it was Greninja.
Froakie.
I'm like, it's happened to me multiple times, and I'm like, there's no way my odds are just that bad. Maybe they are, but it seems
maybe they are. Yeah,
sketchy.
I don't know. It's yeah. We'd have to, like, you know, compare it with other people's. You know, like see what they're getting compared to, you know, them what they're getting now compared to back then. I don't know. I don't.
40
I haven't played it. What was that?
Remember getting 40 shinies in one day? Remember those days?
Oh, that was, yeah, I remember. But those are like the all-day calm days too. Like that, those haven't happened in a while too.
That means you should get 20. If they cut them in half.
Right, theoretically, but
Same.
The last time I played, no, I definitely did not. It's I don't know. I haven't been playing community days, so I don't know, but which sucks, because man, I really liked them before.
Yeah,
I liked them before, and then raiding. You know, I was getting into raiding and stuff. Man, it's too bad. It's unfortunate, because
raiding was my jam.
Yo, for real, like it's a cool game. Like it's a good idea of a game. You go out into the real world, you catch Pokemon. That's cool.
Yeah, every child.
But then all this other stuff had to happen. Yeah, for real. But you know,
the fact
things
that
happen.
Fan base is still here,
it's crazy.
Starting to fight for it and still playing occasionally. It's like it just shows how good the concept and the game is. Just sucks that it's owned by such a shitty company.
Right. Pogo's for the people.
Just give it to Nintendo.
Have Nintendo do it like 100%. I mean, Nintendo is like, no, not Nintendo. Pokemon Company is more behind it, right?
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, not yeah. So maybe they're partly to blame too. I don't know. I feel like it's probably mostly Niantic though.
Probably a mix.
Yeah. But what else is gonna be in the mix is I was trying to segue.
Perfect.
But it didn't work. Dynamax and Gigantamax coming to Pokemon Go soon. What? Huh?
I don't see how. I'm very confused.
Well, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna read this article. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
Sure. Let me just not die. Okay. There was their title. I didn't even see. Dynamax and Gigantamax might be coming to Pokemon Go. Might. Keyword. I didn't see that.
Might. Yes. This is like data mined information, so it's not for sure. But evidence leads to it.
Didn't they data mine like the little clouds on the top of the head?
Little clouds
for the Dynamax. I swear they like. They data mined.
Yeah, I think so. They were. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I think it's in this. We'll take a look at the article.
With ever increasing certainty, we think that the next big feature coming to Pokemon Go will be Dynamax and Gigantamax, including an introduction of additional Galar Pokemon. We have a number of reasons to believe this is to be true, from publicly shared data mines to interviews with Pokemon Go's directors, and now lastly UI changes that Niantic introduced with the 0.319 Pokemon Go update. With that being said,
go ahead.
With that being said, we will run you through all the leaks, data mined information, and interview bits that hint at a Galar Pokemon and Dynamax, Gigantamax mechanics coming soon. If you're not familiar with these, don't worry, you will understand them by reading this article. We'll start from the top, explaining what each term is and layout of the evidence for this. Let's start with explaining Dynamax and Gigantamax. Do you need an explanation of Dynamax and Gigantamax?
I mean, I read through this already because I just in preparation of the video. So I mean, I'm good. I think people who are watching should know, though.
They better know, or else just click off now.
Yeah. So we can. I didn't realize because they have photos of all the Gigantamax Pokemon.
There's a lot.
I didn't realize there were. Yeah, there's a lot. But okay.
Gigantamax is a cool concept, but I feel like it's essentially just Mega Evolution.
Oh, right.
Just now every Pokemon can do it, but then the whole Gigantamax thing is a cool concept.
Every Pokemon can Dynamax, right? But not every Pokemon can Gigantamax. Is that right? Yeah.
Yep. And then the big Charizard is one of the big ones that everybody wants, or the Chunkachu. But
the Chunkachu.
I don't know. I got so mad when I know they have a new gimmick every time, but I'm like, this is just Mega Evolutions, but bigger.
But bigger, but big boys.
It's literally what it is. They give them custom sprites for a overpowered version of themselves that's now huge. And I get they kind of play into the huge concept, which is kind of cool, except for the sniper on the top, which is kind of weird. Weirdest starter, Mega Evolution, but like, Like all these would have been. I get they're playing into the huge factor of it, but I'm like, these would have been sick mega evolutions. The giant pyro ball, the Melmetal looks sick. Just like that.
Mega evolutions are coming back though.
Yeah, we got to see who's gonna get one. I'm hoping a lot of these Pokemon that have Gigantamax will get a mega evolution instead.
Starmie?
Dude, if Starmie doesn't, I'd be shocked. I have to.
Yo, you gotta get Starmie a mega. That'll be sick. We can skip over down to the evidence, I guess. Then we don't need to go into like the explanations. Then.
Yeah, you better know what that is. Everybody, do your homework.
Yeah.
Evidence number 1: interview with Niantic's Michael Stranka. Hints at Galar. Our favorite boy.
Favorite boy.
Niantic's Michael Stranka said it is no uncertain term. It said it in no uncertain terms. Niantic wants to bring Galar region to Pokemon Go. Obviously, they are just waiting for the right moment. Oh god, I know what that means. It's something we're itching to get out there and get into players' hands. Stay tuned. In the same interview, Stranka shared that they are not only eager to release new Pokemon, but that they are exploring ways to diversify the game's content to enrich the overall experience. Still waiting on that one. If only there was a feature that could shake up the existing gameplay, add a new way to use every Pokemon, and introduce an additional depth to your existing Pokemon storage. What does that mean? Wait, there is. It's called DYNAMAX. What does that have to do with introducing additional depth to your existing Pokemon storage? They're gonna revamp the Pokemon storage system and give us unlimited finally?
And introduce additional depth to your existing Pokemon. I don't know. Yeah, storage. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the Pokedex.
Probably.
I don't know. Whatever.
Evidence 2. Bread raids? What? And stations.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. Over the course of the past
that's just
updates,
a note. Just a note on data mine content. It was just a data mine. It was just a note on data mine content, like kind of like, take it with a grain of salt.
Okay. It's not like confirmed or anything. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Data miners have found hints of new features, a new type of raid battle codenamed Bread Raid in the code, a new type of point of interest named Stations. We want to be very clear about this code. We have no idea if this will pan out or not, but Niantic has made some changes to the Pokemon UI recently that make this sound more plausible. Here is the code that references Raid Bread. Let's get this bread.
Let's get this bread.
Sourdough station. This doesn't sound like DYNAMAX. It sounds like Scarlet and Violet sandwich making.
It sounds like the Pokemon Cafe game that's out.
Yeah, just watch. They're like doing a crossover. Chef Pikachu.
Yeah. That's all that is.
In addition to this, there's a lot of code referencing stations, and the new Pokemon stationed, they're receiving a power boost. This really doesn't seem like evidence of Dynamaxing. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not a coder though. There are many other hints like camera movements in bread battles, which indicate that your camera will be zoomed farther out when you Dynamax. The references to sourdough bread, which could be a hint at Gigantamax Pokemon. There's a lot of breadcrumbs everywhere in the code. Okay, I see what you did there. And lastly, there's an infamous station animation making rounds online, showcasing the model of a station. These models were plucked from Pokemon Go, and they look eerily similar to Galar region stadiums, which are built over power spots and the Pokemon Sword and Shield lore. Power spots are the world mechanic which allows Dynamaxing. We won't be sharing the animation here to avoid spoilers, but you're free to investigate it on your own.
I want to spoil it. Hold on.
I know, right?
I want to see. What am I looking up? Let's see. I don't even know what to look up. Pokemon Go.
Power spots.
Station. Animation. Power spot. Galar. I don't know.
I don't even think it's really a spoiler. I think it's just the anime.
Yeah. Gosh, I have no idea what I'm looking for. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I'll just.
Evidence 3. Oh god, because they moved it. The new temporary evolution UI on Pokemon details. This one.
Oh yeah.
This one may seem very minor to an untrained eye, yeah. But in 0.319, the latest Pokemon Go update, Niantic has moved the button used to Mega Evolve a Pokemon into a separate shelf, making the UI ready for an addition of a new icon. Take a look for yourself. Left is the old version, and right is the new version. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like it fit.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
when you combine the Dynamax icon with the existing Mega icon, you get something like this. I really don't want that to be in Pokemon Go. As Reddit was quick to put it, they're just rearranging the shelves to make room for more bread.
More bread. Get that bread.
And we kind of agree. After all, Pokemon Go's raid bosses are already Dynamax versions of regular Pokemon, and they do shrink back to their original size when defeated. Maybe Niantic has been thinking about this for quite some time now. That's what I've been kind of saying, is that like I don't get how they implement this because it's already in the game.
Right. They're already pretty much Gigantamax or Dynamax or whatever. That's true.
Point. Like the whole concept of Pokemon Go raiding was built off Sword and Shield, or I don't know which one came first. That way, they based it off one of them, and like Dynamax had people coming together like a Pokemon Go event, like 4 trainers to be a Dynamax Pokemon.
Right.
I don't get how Dynamax gets included into the game and doesn't break shit.
I don't know. No idea.
Parting words. While nothing is confirmed until Niantic makes an official announcement, don't hold your breath for it. The combination of interviews, data mined information, and the UI changes presents a compelling case for the introduction of Dynamax and Gigantamax mechanics in Pokemon Go. The inclusion of Galar Pokemon, coupled with new features, which undoubtedly refresh the gameplay a bit and offer everyone something new and exciting. The world of Pokemon Go could get a lot bigger, literally. As we await As we await further confirmation, we recommend staying tuned to the official Pokemon Go channels and keeping an eye on the game's updates. And once again, everything that is data mined should be considered as speculation and rumors until it's confirmed by Niantic. Stay safe and hydrated. They've already proven that they follow patterns. They're gonna keep going off whatever the gimmick is. They'll probably add terrestrialization at some point.
Oh yeah,
it's like
for sure.
It's not like we need to speculate much. Like they're gonna be in the game.
Yeah, it's just interesting how, you know, how is it gonna? Maybe it's gonna be like a new type of raid.
You know how much we.
And then
those.
Like, oh yeah. They've been adding like so many different kinds of raids, and I'm just like, man, I miss the good old days when there was just a couple kinds of raids.
Like, how do you? My biggest question that I'll ask you is, how do you implement this outside of raids? I can kind of see it maybe replacing some raids or having a new one, and you get Dynamax candies, but what is the use of a Dynamax Pokemon outside of just beating it in a raid? Like, you're gonna have
Dynamax battles,
Pokemon?
Dude.
You're just gonna have 2 raid Pokemon going at it? That just seems insane. Just having 5 Gigantamax Venusaurs fighting one gigantic ass raid boss. I'm like,
I don't know. Yeah. No, I was wondering that too. I was like, what are you gonna eat? Are you gonna be able to PvP with that? Do you PvP with?
You can't even Mega.
You don't, right?
You can't even do Mega. They only do it during like Mega Master League, but they haven't. It's not legal in any battle leagues.
That's right. Yeah. So what is it gonna? Yeah, I don't know. Like, why have a Gigantamax or a Dynamax Pokemon? And like, I doubt, because it's a temporary evolution, right?
Yes. So you're not
going to be able to keep it. Like, it's going to be like Mega Evolution, but like even less useful. Like, I don't know. Like, are you going to be able to use it in raids?
Feed your Dyna buddy.
Okay. So like, what? So how about in the games? Can you like what? So how do they work in the games? Because like you fight one, right? Like a bunch, like you get like, it's like a raid, right? A bunch of players fight one Dynamax Pokemon or whatever, right?
So that's a feature, but it's mainly in battles. You can Dynamax one Pokemon per battle, and that Pokemon only Dynamaxes for 3 turns, and then it reverts back to normal, and it doubles its HP stat and then gains new moves based off the typing of the move it has. So like if you have Splash, or like if you have like Fly, it'll be like max something, or the Gigantamax ones will get signature moves. And again, it only lasts 3 turns in battle, I'm pretty sure, and then you revert back to normal. And you can still be killed. There's still everything. It's just a more powerful version that doubles its HP. That's super hard to get off the field, and then reverts back to normal. So it's like it's a temporary Mega evolution that makes you way more powerful than Megas, but then only lasts for a few turns and gives you new moves that are like extra special Dynamax moves that have like special effects built into them, and like different abilities built into them whenever you use it. Things like max stream and max whatever. So
yeah, because I'm trying to like what's the difference between that and Megas then in Pokemon Go, at least, you know, like what's going to be the difference?
I feel like the temporary, because I don't see a use for them, because there's no way they're going to allow everybody to Dynamax their Pokemon while facing a raid boss. That's going to break the game.
I would imagine, yeah, I mean, I would imagine you can only have one Gigantamax Pokemon at a time, like kind of like Mega Pokemon, right? Like I would imagine you can only.
Let's say you go for a raid for 20 people. Oh, you're saying like, I'm saying
like you.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying like you could only have one at a time, probably.
What about with a raid? Not just you individually, but I'm saying like one Dynamax Pokemon per raid.
I mean,
because that'd be OP. If everybody just
I see what you mean. That's right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I have no idea, dude. I have
no idea. And then like I would imagine maybe you could probably use it for like Team Go Rocket battles, probably.
Just destroy them.
Just absolutely annihilate. I mean, you could already do that with a Mega already, right?
This is like Megas and Z moves had a baby. That's what this is. Like,
yeah. So PvP, like,
no.
How?
There's no way. There's no way they put it in there. They can't even handle Megas.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So yeah, no, you're right though, because like for raids, how? Because that would be maybe I don't know. Like the only thing I can think of is like having them super limited. Like you could only use them during a Gigantamax raid or a Dynamax raid.
But then, like, what's the point?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, then what's the point, right? Yeah. Yeah. I know. I understand.
Like, megas have some use. I will say megas are a lot better after the update. Beforehand, they sucked. But now they have abilities outside of play or outside of battles. They have use. They're so versatile. Like, you can battle with them, you can raid with them. It's almost like a necessity now to have a mega. They boost your other people. They have like candy boosting abilities. It's like there's so much that it can do. But what would you do with these that makes it different than a mega?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just imagining there's 20 people in a raid and everybody has like a Dynamax Snorlax.
Everyone has a Dynamax Pokemon and they just absolutely destroy a Trapinch.
Like we like me, Christian, and Richard fucked up that Ducklet raid.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't
know. It's hard.
It's cool, don't get me wrong, like, but I don't think kudos to whoever figures out how to implement it in Pokemon Go. Because, it's Pokemon Go, like, if you can't think of how to implement them, just go play the other games. They're already there. Just play it. It's fine.
Exactly.
Dynamaxing isn't for every game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just play the other games that have Dynamax. Come on.
It's already a game out there that has it. You don't need to. I feel like just bring Gigantamax forms in and call it a day.
Just Gigantamax.
Yeah, like
because it's like limited to a certain amount of Pokemon.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Honestly.
Sorry, go ahead. Honestly, maybe that's no, because there's like the evidence with the bread and the sourdough, whatever. But I mean, maybe they'll only introduce the Gigantamax at first, like how they do with like the megas, like they release like a couple at a time or whatever. So maybe they'll do that with like, have a few Gigantamax Pokemon from the beginning or whatever. I don't know. I'm just
imagining now if they let you Mega and Dynamax, the Mega Dynamax, because usually there's only one gimmick per game. But imagine if there was a glitch in the game, which I know there's going to be one, where you can have your Mega Rayquaza and then Dynamax it during a raid.
A Mega Dynamax Rayquaza. Oh my god.
That would be stupid.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. But also stupid. Stupidly awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine it.
The game's not meant for this. It's already in there.
No.
No. The only thing I think of is
it's really not. It's really not that kind of game.
Yeah. I just can't help but see the irony in saying that. It's like, the game's not made for you. Sorry.
It's just because Pokemon Go is, it is getting more complicated as time moves on. Like, there's just more features, more things to do.
Yeah.
But essentially, it is still a fairly simple game as far as the mechanics go. I would say. Maybe they're trying to like change it up and like I feel like with Gigantamax and Dynamax, like it's gonna get more complicated. So it's gonna confuse all the kiddos that play this game. I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna confuse me. I'm gonna get confused. I'm gonna be like, I don't know what to do.
It's gonna be so hard to implement. I feel bad for whatever team has to do that and then get fired right after it releases.
That sucks.
Revert the avatars. Revert raid passes.
The avatars. Yeah, you know what?
Incense.
Just first things first. Change the avatars. My God. Oh my
I'm a
God.
man. I don't care.
Yeah,
Go check your privilege.
My avatar is a woman. I don't care what anyone says. It's not. It's either. No, I liked it when someone's tweet was like, I like how you could choose on Pokemon Go. You could be either a man or a man with boobs. Like those are the two genders in the game. Like that.
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong. Absolutely not.
You could be a man, or you could be a cardboard box with boobs.
Yeah, exactly. You could be a troll or a goblin. Like, you can't be anything else.
I still love the stupid ass hip mechanic. Or like everybody's complaining, oh, they don't have hips. Yeah. Everybody in the comments is like, oh, just use the hip slider. They gave it to you, and you use it, and the hands just go like this.
Yeah, the hands just go like this.
Like, oh, my hands are slightly out now. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. That's a whole nother rant, but
oh yeah, go check out that video if you haven't already. But anything else? Yeah. Hey, all right. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Let us know.
The game's doing so well.
Let us know in the comments how excited you are for Dynamax and Gigantamax and Pokemon Go, and what you think. How you think they're gonna implement it in the game?
How would you implement it? Put it in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.